Hi there. I just want to introduce myself. I'm Miss Ogden. I'm going to be your English teacher next year. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what the summer reading project is. So, first thing you have to do is take a look at the attachment on my first welcome message on Google Classroom. And you're going to see on there that I have something called the Reading Without Walls Challenge. So, this is something that I did a few years ago, and I'm bringing it back. The basic criteria for choosing a book for this, I don't have a book list for you, but the criteria is just choosing a book with a character who doesn't look or live like you. That diversity can come in many different forms. It could be religion, geography, where they live, their race, their sexual orientation, their gender, their class, their abilities. Tons of different ways that you can pick somebody who is not like you. Or you could choose something about a topic that you don't know a lot about. If you typically read sports books, I need you to pick something that's not a sports book. If you typically read young adult novels about dystopian settings like The Hunger Games, then I need you to pick something different. If that's what you are gravitating towards, then you need to mix it up a little bit. This is a chance for you to break down the walls of what you typically read and read something new and expand your horizons a little bit. If you can't really settle because you already read a lot of diverse books and you can't really settle on what would make something different for you, then I need you to pick a book that's in a format that you don't normally read. So if you've never read a graphic novel before, you should choose that. If you have never read a book that's in verse, a book that is all poems or just one long poem, then now is the time for you to read that. So the first step is choosing a book to read, and I need you to choose this book by the end of June. Okay, so I understand that right now not everything is open. Typically, you would have got this assignment before school was over, and you could go to the middle school or high school library and pick something out. You could go to the Albion library and pick something out, but as of right now, they're not open. So I'm really hoping that you may have a book at home, or a friend or a cousin or a sibling has a book that you have kind of been eyeing up and wanting to read. If you are able to purchase a book from a store, like they sell books at Walmart, they sell books at Target, you could purchase a book that way. If you have an Amazon account, you can purchase a book that way. But I need you to try and get creative. This isn't our typical way of rolling out the summer reading project, but I do still want to try and do it. You have a few weeks to try and figure out how you're going to obtain a book, and I need you to crack that book open, because there's nothing worse than waiting until the last week of summer to finally get your book started and you realize that you hate the book. Okay, so if you open up that book and see, oh yeah, this really is not for me, I don't like this, then you need to put it aside. There's nothing wrong with not finishing a book. If you don't like it, if you don't see yourself reading it, just pick a different book. Totally fine. But you need to find a book to read start to finish. I will give you points for finding a book by the end of this month. That'll be tacked onto your score at the end. So after you have finished reading your book, you're going to outline your presentations. I'm going to talk more about making the presentation once we're actually at school together. But for now, you need to outline all the things you want to put into your slides, and then that way it'll take you like a day to do your presentation, to put it all together. I have the bullet points of what to include in your presentation on the attachment, so you can read those yourself, and that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to say hello and have you put a face to the name Miss Ogden in 9th grade English. This is not meant to torture you. This is meant to normalize reading. Reading a book is not weird. I'm trying to make it feel like it's not this unattainable, difficult thing to do, right? Reading a book is just reading a book. It's just what you do in your free time. It should be a leisurely activity. It should be something that you do for fun. Now's the time to make it feel normal to sit quietly and read. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. In my welcome message, I recommended downloading Google Classroom on your phone if you use a cell phone. I also recommended turning on notifications for that app. I'm not going to bombard you with notifications in my classroom. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'll probably check in with you at least once a month. There'll just be a lot of notifications at the beginning. Not a lot, but a handful of notifications at the beginning as we get the ball rolling. So please reach out to me if you need anything. You can email me, you can message me through the classroom, and good luck!